Sarah Palin is running for Congress in Alaska and is a former vice presidential candidate. Hey, Sarah, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
So tell me your reaction to the monologue.
Well, you nailed it again, especially when you reference the celebrities and their way of thinking. They're all about politics. They're all about trying to be the coolest ones in the room. So even on principle, they can't go there with common sense to kind of explain to the public that there are solutions out there to this crime problem, obviously, that we're all facing. But they can't even go there. Even when it comes, as you pointed out, Jesse, to their own family safety, you would think a celebrity, for instance, a celebrity mom would say, what the hell, whatever it takes, I will protect my cubs as a mama grizzly. I will put politics aside. I will go to those solutions, even if that means I lose friends and I lose influence in the celebrity world. They can't even do that on principle. I have to question their love for their own children when they just can't go there towards the solutions.
Do you think they want solutions? Do you even think Biden wants solutions? Because all he does is point the finger at other people. You know, the Hollywood celebrities, they're silent as moms can't get baby formula, as crime just sweeps through the country, as people are getting rocked by $4, $5, $6 a gallon gas. Do you think they want to make life easier for the average person or not?
Absolutely not. They want to wipe out the middle class, the mom and pop Joe Six-Packs, us peons. They want to wipe us out in terms of influence so that they can have more power. That's what this is all about. If they wanted solutions, truly all they had to do was apply a little bit of common sense. Like when you talk about the gas prices, what the heck, Biden, you're just going to lock up more and more lands. You're going to thwart all the responsible, safe development of our natural resources in order to go buy and be bribed by and bribe dangerous, dirty sources of oil in enemy territory. You're going to choose that over developing and creating jobs for our own people here in America. Okay, that's a common sense solution. Open up the lands, allow development. Obviously, they don't want solutions. They thrive on chaos and division. That's how they elevate themselves and their influence, and it's really sick and perverted and sinful.
It is sinful. It's exactly the right way to put it. I want to change gears for just a second and have you take a listen to this confrontational interview between CNN and that police chief in Uvalde, Texas, who made the decision to delay sending the cops into the classroom where the gunman was holed up. Let's watch this confrontation.
We're not going to release anything. We have people in our community being buried, so we're going to be respectful.
I just want your reaction
we're going to be
the director McGraw saying that you were responsible for the decision to go into that room. How do you explain yourself to the parents?
We're going to be respectful to the family.
I understand that, but you have an opportunity to explain yourself to the parents.
And just so you know, we're going to do that eventually, obviously. When? And whenever this is done and we let the families quit grieving, then we'll do that, obviously.
I often don't say nice things about CNN, but I'm definitely glad they got that interview. I'm not sure you've had a chance to share your thoughts on the situation in Texas and kind of some of the disgraceful behavior from some of those officials down there. What are your thoughts, Governor Palin?
Yeah, that bodes so poorly on kind of a collective character of Texas. And what's sad about it is that's not Texas. I know Texans. As a matter of fact, Jesse, that day that horrible, horrible tragedy happened with the crazy man murdering babies, I was in Texas at that time. I was in my granddaughter's and her kindergarten lunchroom at the same time in a school in Texas. And I was looking at the chaos and how wonderful and happy everybody was. At that same time, in another town in Texas, this was taking place. What I saw in that school there of my granddaughters was caring, loving, these matriarchal and patriarchal teachers and aides helping the kids, and they would have done anything to protect those kids if such a tragedy were to take place in that school. That's what I was thinking during that day. And yet, so we see those on the front lines, like those teachers, the parents who would do anything to protect those kids. But the upper echelon, the top brass, those officials whom you're referring to, for them to deny and point fingers and not be held accountable and not humble themselves to understand that the people who are willing to sacrifice all to protect children, we need that from our officials. We need that from that top brass for them to acknowledge that they screwed up so that they don't do it again. can, and so that they can be more like role models other than law enforcement agencies, others who perhaps would find themselves in these situations. They could emulate the good things that a law enforcement official or team did instead of repeating the mistakes that were done there in Texas. They need to acknowledge the mistakes so that those on the front lines, the moms, the dads, the teachers, the aides, feel more empowered in that what they're doing is worth it and it's right in protecting kids. But if our own top officials don't do that, that sets a pretty poor tone.
Yeah, it sure does. It's basic accountability. That's all we're asking for at this point. Sarah Palin, thank you so much. Running for Congress in Alaska. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.